Hi, thanks for joining me today. We are making vanilla cupcakes with vanilla Italian buttercream. So we have a vanilla extravaganza going on here. The recipe for the cupcakes makes about 18 large cupcakes or 24 regular size cupcakes. The first ingredient we're going to get together is your good old-fashioned butter. We're going to use 1 cup or 227 grams of room temperature butter. I use the unsalted type of butter, but if you want to use the regular salted kind, that's no problem. Just reduce the recipe by 1/4 teaspoon of salt. After you measure out your butter, you're going to set it aside and get your dry ingredients ready. You're going to need 2 1/4 cups or 254 grams of cake flour. To that flour, you're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Then you're going to set that aside, and you're going to let your butter beat for about 2 minutes until it's creamy and smooth. After your butter has beaten for 1 to 2 minutes so it's creamy, smooth, and a little bit lighter than it was before, you're going to add sugar to it. In this recipe, you're going to use 1 3/4 cup of sugar, and that is 350 grams. After adding your sugar, you're going to put it back onto your mixer and let it mix for about 2 minutes again until it's nice and light and fluffy. After your sugar has beaten for a couple of minutes, you're going to want to scrape down the bowl. Even if you have one of those paddles that supposedly scrapes the bowl, it's good to scrape it anyway, and make sure you get all that sugar off the bottom. Sometimes it likes to stick on the bottom and you end up with a clump of butter in your recipe. While that's mixing, I get the rest of the ingredients ready. 1/4 cup or 57 grams of sour cream. You're going to need 3 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks. 3/4 cup of whole milk. That's 269 grams if you want to measure it that way. So after you have scraped down your bowl, you're going to add your eggs about one at a time. After all of that is mixed together, you're going to add in the sour cream and give it another whirl to mix it. I usually use about 4 on my mixer, which is about medium speed for mixing the ingredients together. And add your vanilla. You will need 1 tablespoon of vanilla, pure vanilla extract. After everything is incorporated, you're going to want to add in half of your flour mixture and half of the milk. Let it mix together until it looks like it's incorporated. You don't want to let it go too long, but make sure everything is mixed in together, and then add the rest of your ingredients. Do the same, make sure it's mixed together, but don't overbeat it. If you overbeat the mixture, it activates the glutens in the flour and it makes for a tougher cake. One of the great things about this recipe is with the extra egg yolks and the sour cream, it makes for a very moist and rich cupcake. This recipe is also great for just using as a regular cake. I also use it for small cakes as well as for the basis for my cake pops. Once you have everything mixed together, you're going to take it off of the mixer, give it one last swirl with your spatula to make sure everything is incorporated, and then dole it out to the cupcake tins. I use a scooper simply because it's easy and less messy. And my scooper is a 3 tablespoon scoop, and it takes 1.5 scoops per tin to fill up the cupcakes to a decent level. After you have everything portioned out into your cupcake tins, you're going to want to put them in the oven. And for my oven, it takes about 20 minutes to bake. After you take them out of the oven, you want to let them cool. I usually take them out of the wire rack as soon as I can handle them. They're cool enough to handle, and let them cool completely on a wire rack. To frost them, today we are using our vanilla Italian buttercream that I have done in a previous video. You can link to that recipe by clicking on the link in the upper right hand corner here. I used the Wilton D2 tip to decorate these cupcakes, because it's nice and easy to use and makes a beautiful pattern. I've learned the hard way. The best thing to do is to put a small dollop of buttercream in the middle of the cupcake and then decorate around the rest of it, building your way up to a little swirl. Otherwise, you end up with a hole in the middle, and I feel like you're ripping people off of the buttercream. Because I was doing this for a market, I put these in individual cupcake holders that you can sell, but obviously you don't need to do that at home. And then to finish them off, I put on some nice little pretty pink pearl candies that I bought at the local grocery store. And that'll do it. I hope you enjoy these vanilla extravaganza cupcakes and that you make them at home. Don't forget to look for future videos, like and subscribe, and if there's anything in particular you want to see, let me know. Have a great day.